Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the University of Adelaide graduation ceremony. This morning ceremony is for the graduates from the Faculty of Health Sciences. Ceremony will commence very shortly. The university has a contract photographer to provide photography service during the ceremony. If you wish to take photos during the ceremony, I would ask that you do so discreetly from your seat, and please do not use flash. To maintain the ceremony's decorum, could you also please switch off your mobile phones? For safety reasons, I would ask that guests not enter the galleries upstairs, and please do not sit on the steps in the balcony area. In the event of an emergency, please follow the instructions of the security officers and ushers. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the academic procession, which is about to enter the hall, and please remain standing for the Australian National Anthem. You're encouraged to join in the singing. The text of the anthem is printed on page 2 of your graduation program. Please rise for the academic procession.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
I, Robert Murray Hill, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, declare open this congregation convened for the purpose of presenting degrees. Distinguished guests, parents, relatives, friends, and especially graduates, welcome to the University of Adelaide's graduation ceremony. I wish to acknowledge the Kaurna people, the original custodians of the Adelaide Plains, and the land on which the University of Adelaide's campuses at North Terrace, Waite, Theberton and Roseworthy are built. Graduates, your graduation is an event in which you and your family and friends can take great pride. It's also a source of pride and satisfaction for the University of Adelaide. Graduation Day is an opportunity for you to reflect both on the past and on the future. This may well be a very significant change in direction in your life. Whatever directions your life may take, the skills that you've acquired and developed here will stand you in good stead, not only in your working and professional life, but in life generally. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce to you today's graduation orator, Professor Stephen Nichols. Stephen Nichols is Professor of Cardiology at the University of Adelaide and the inaugural SAMRI Heart Foundation Heart Diseases Theme Leader at the South Australian Health and Medical Research Institute. He undertook his medical degree at the University of Adelaide and completed his medical residency at the Royal Adelaide Hospital. Following advanced training in cardiovascular medicine in Newcastle, he undertook doctoral studies at the Royal Adelaide Hospital and Heart Research Institute, focusing on anti-inflammatory properties of HDL. Professor Nichols subsequently moved to the Cleveland Clinic to undertake postdoctoral studies of novel imaging modalities and atherosclerotic plaque, supported by the Ralph Reeder Overseas Research Fellowship of the National Heart Foundation. He was promoted to dual faculty appointments in the Department of Cell Biology and Cardiovascular Medicine, where he held positions of Cardiovascular Director of the Cleveland Clinic, Coordinating Centre for Clinical Research, and the Medical Director in Imaging Core Laboratories, and Assistant Professor of Molecular Medicine at the Cleveland Clinic. This is never ending. Lucky to have him. Within SAMRI, Professor Nichols is the Director of the Vascular Research Centre, whose mission is to develop new strategies to reduce the risk of heart disease, involving a translational program spanning preclinical human and clinical trial research. As I said, we're privileged to have him here today to speak to us. Please welcome Professor Stephen Nichols.
Thank you. Good morning. Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, the Honourable Robert Hill, Vice-Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, Professor Warren Bebbington, distinguished guests, members of staff, and most importantly, fellow graduates of the University of Adelaide. It is a great and humbling honour to be invited to speak today and to share in the excitement and celebration of your achievements. I had the privilege to graduate twice from this university, on the first occasion with my medical degree and then subsequently with my doctorate. For me, there was no choice in which university I would attend. In a relatively young country, this is an institution with a rich and established legacy in producing the most outstanding graduates. I wanted to be one of them, and now you have two. I can't stand here today and tell you that I was the greatest student that ever passed through this hall, yet my years at this university helped shape who I would become and set me forth on a path of discovery. Today is a day to celebrate your achievement and to reflect on your time as a member of the university community. From the whirlwind that is your first orientation week, through to too much time spent either in the library, the uni bar, or on the Barsmith lawns pondering the mysteries of the universe, you have worked hard and forever will be a graduate of this university. You have made friends for life. My greatest friends today remain those whom I shared the university experience. While today you celebrate the completion of an important milestone, this does not end your connection to the university. You will forever be a member of the university community. Your future success is something the university will celebrate. Similarly, you will celebrate the outstanding achievements that the university will continue to produce. You will have every opportunity to continue to contribute to the culture of this institution. For some, this will occur from afar. For others, like myself, your ongoing participation will be more intimate. Nevertheless, I urge you strongly to seek out ways in which you can continue to be a vibrant member of the university community. So where to from here? Firstly, make sure you thank those who helped you get to this day. Many are here in this hall. Remember, it takes a village to raise a child. In a similar fashion, it takes a team to support you to complete your degree. This is their day for celebration as well, and their contribution should be recognised and appreciated. This is just the beginning. Build from the foundation you've worked so hard to establish. Don't just accept the easy option. There are many paths that lead before you, and they're largely good. Taking the path less travelled makes you interesting, and it tends to change the world. Take a risk. You will make mistakes, that's okay. Have no regrets. You don't know how the choices you didn't make would have panned out. It's ultimately how you respond to adversity that defines your character. Take the opportunity that a university education provides to travel the world. Graduates have been doing this since the time our university was first established. There are great adventures out there, and many exist outside of Australia. We punch above our weight on the world stage. Be part of that success. I followed a path less travelled, which led to experiences and achievements that were beyond my wildest imagination. I suspect these achievements may have been well beyond the wildest imagination of many of my university mentors. Nevertheless, these opportunities have enabled me to play an important role in changing the way my field practices. In the end of the day, isn't that one of the key objectives of a university? To produce graduates who will ultimately change the world. Yet despite the privilege of becoming a member of the faculty of one of the world's leading medical institutions, I returned to South Australia. When people question this move, they only have to look to the vision that is the new Academic Health Sciences precinct at the west end of North Terrace. I saw the creation of a new hospital for the next century, located on the same footprint as a flagship health and medical research institute, and ultimately a new home for the Faculty of Health Sciences as too good to pass up. This precinct will enable world-class teaching, research and healthcare delivery, all of which will further cement the place of South Australia on the map in terms of health sciences. It will not only change health outcomes for South Australians, its impact will be far-reaching. The university understands this opportunity. That's why they have played a key role in each of these endeavours. This also talks to the importance of investing in infrastructure and education. While some sectors of the community are obsessed with the costs of infrastructure, this ultimately is vital to the ongoing growth of our state. I can remember when I graduated from this university, there was no infrastructure development. However, over the years that I lived in the United States, I could not help but notice every time I returned to Adelaide, there'd be more cranes in the skyline. That is what you notice when you go to cities around the world that are investing in progress. And ultimately, it benefits all South Australians. Similarly, we need to continue to invest in higher education. While it is critical that we ensure that all Australians have every opportunity to establish a solid foundation, it is of equal importance that we not lose sight of the critical need to have a higher education system that is internationally competitive. Without this, we don't develop the next Mawson, the next Mitchell or the next Thomas. We need to continue to hope that our greatest generation lies ahead of us, not behind us. To do this, we need to continue to ensure that we invest in the infrastructure and learning that enables this. So keep in mind, the world is your oyster. Your choices should be your own. Consider the path less travelled. Make a difference. Innovate and change. Change the way we do things. Continue to learn. Your university education sets you forward on a voyage of learning and discovery. This is just the beginning. Listen to others. Choose the right mentors. Their impact in guiding your choices can never be undervalued. More importantly, consider your values. You take them everywhere. They influence all of your actions and experiences. We have spent considerable time discussing what we want the values of our new research institute to be. We want to excel. We want to be bold and daring. We want to work as a team, and we want all our actions to be done with integrity. We not only want those values for ourselves, but we also want to demand them from others. Don't accept mediocrity. It blocks our progress to change the status quo. I'd like to leave you with what I think will become immortal words of Steve Jobs. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs and the square holes. The ones who see things differently, They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. But the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They invent, they imagine, they heal, they explore, they create, they inspire, they push the human race forward. Maybe they have to be crazy. How else can you stare at an empty canvas and see a work of art? Or sit in silence and hear a song that's never been written? Or gaze at a red planet and see a laboratory on wheels? While some see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Now go out and change the world. Thank you.
On behalf of the graduates and their families attending this morning's ceremony, I would like to thank Professor Stephen Nichols for his stimulating and inspiring address. We are honoured that you have taken the time to join us on this special day to share with us your thoughts and experiences. Your words of encouragement and advice are greatly appreciated. They remind us that education places upon each of us an enduring responsibility to make the best possible use of our talents and to contribute to the betterment of society in whatever way we can. Please join me in once again thanking Professor Stephen Nichols.
Chancellor, in 2009 the University established the University Doctoral Research Medals. These medals are awarded to graduates who have completed outstanding research at doctoral level. This award is the premier award for doctoral candidates at the University. I, Professor Warren Bebbington, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, present to you the winners of the 2012 University Doctoral Research Medals. For research in the field of dentistry, Daniela Ribeiro. Chancellor, every year the University presents University Medals to acknowledge the most outstanding graduates in each faculty who've completed an undergraduate honours program or a bachelor program of at least 4 years duration. The University Medals are awarded to them for their consistently outstanding performance across the whole of their undergraduate studies. I, Professor Warren Bebbington, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, present to you the winners of the 2012 University Medals from the Faculty of Health Sciences. Carly Sutherland. And Scott Williams.
I'll now receive the candidates for degrees. I call on the Vice-Chancellor.
Chancellor, I, Professor Warren Bebbington, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, certify to you and the whole University that the graduates who will be presented to you have fulfilled all the conditions prescribed for admission to the awards for which they are so presented.
I, Robert Murray Hill, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, by virtue of the power committed to me by the University, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of a holder of the award in the University of Adelaide for which they are so presented. And I now call on the Dean of Dentistry to present the graduates from the School of Dentistry.
Chancellor, I, Professor Johan de Vries, present to you graduates from the School of Dentistry to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for a thesis entitled Prognostic Model for Priority Public Dental Care, Kelly Jones. To the degree of Doctor of Clinical Dentistry for a thesis entitled The Role of Matrix Metalloproteinases and Their Inhibitors in Nicotine-Induced Oral Mucositis, an Animal Model, Abdul Rahman Salim Al-Azri. For a thesis entitled Efficacy of Sodium Hypochlorite and ER-CR-YSGG Laser Energized Irrigation Against Enterococcus faecalis Biofilm, Jonathan Elias Kuster. For a thesis entitled The Effect of Azithromycin on Acute and Chronic Inflammation in an In Vivo Experimental Model, Alexander Herman Dubois. For a thesis entitled Rifamycin Suppresses Human Osteoclast Formation and Activity in Vitro, Siobhan Catherine Gannon. And for a thesis entitled The Longitudinal Study of Changes in Tooth Size and Dental Arch Dimensions for the Mixed or Permanent Dentitions in Australian Aboriginals, Tan Wee Han. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Dentistry, Emily A. Diana Ports, and Emily also receives the Bachelor of Dental Surgery. Justine Elizabeth Stamford, and Justine also receives the Bachelor of Dental Surgery. Sarah Stockham, and Sarah also receives the Bachelor of Dental Surgery. Wu Leng Tan, Wu also receives the Bachelor of Dental Surgery. Scott David Williams, Scott also receives the Bachelor of Dental Surgery. And Claire Elizabeth Wilson, Claire also receives the Bachelor of Dental Surgery. To the degree of Bachelor of Dental Surgery, Nishvana Arula. Edward Alistair Bell. Catherine Florence Burns. Vin Fei Chan. Teng Yu Alice Chen. Chen Ren Hao. Jamie Book Duk Do. Jennifer Yin Feng. Michael Frazes. Wei Chin Shong Go. Alice Primrose Gubbins. Sahani Gunathilaki. Sophie Claire Halpin. Sang Lee Han. Justin Ian Wei Huang. Kimberly Sue Humphrey. Monica Ibrahim. Sven William Christian Jensen. Ella Yin. Angela Angie Yo. Ashminder Kaur. Suyun Peter Kim. Yaylin Kim. Gabrielle Simon Klingberg. Naomi Surekta Kottaji. Anna-Marie Mu Lee. Shung Wei Leung. Oliver Liu. Lim Yi Cher. Carl Oliver Madden. Jessica Dylan Tory Manuela. Mansoor Walipur. Alexine Amy Livingston Moller. Shaida Mortal. Nadine Lim Lee Wen. New Hulen Louisa. Emily Lee Chen Gulmufi O. Pun Chai Shin M. Edward James Pitts. Deanjay Helen Q. Dylan Raya Siang. Stuart Jack Iris Reneges. Young Ron Andrew Ray. Christine Said. Ebony Salter. Laura Lindsay Sibbles. Andrew Stephen Simmons. Radhika Singh. Nishit Barbai Soni. Daniela Savenikova. Fiona Nguyen Nok Tui. Agnetha Valadares. Amelia Claire Visser. Chen Turk Wong. Don Luke Young. Yi Fun Young. Zoe Yo Zun. And Sonia Jubekovic. To the degree of Bachelor of Oral Health, James Agenadis. Kimberly James Babetti. Hannah Millicent Berman. Jacqueline Mari Bigar. Jade Emily Campbell. Joanne Chen. Thomas Charles Cox. Hannah Michelle Colantoni. Rachel Elizabeth Cooper. Lauren Ashley Cross. Connie Sue Droggemiller. Liana Marie Fares. Lucinda Sarah Foster. Madeline Rose Jukes. Jessica Kate Goodall. Stephen Mingo Ho. Nara Johnson de Carvalho. Greta May Kernick. Renee Priya Kumar. Karen Lam. Julie Ming Lee. Matthew Michian. Catherine Jane Newsom. Towel Mi Nguyen. Jimmy Tang Pham. Linda Kwong. Jane Reynolds. Thomas Luke Rogers, and Emma Ruth Wallace.
I now call on the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences to present the graduates from the Faculty of Health Sciences.
Chancellor, I, Professor Justin Bilby, present to you graduates from the Faculty of Health Sciences. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled From the Laboratory to the Real World, Evaluating the Impact of Imposters, Expertise and Individual Differences in Human Face Matching Performance, Dragana Challenge. For a thesis entitled Adherence to Rescreening for Colorectal Cancer with Fecal Occult Blood Testing, Amy Claire Duncan. For a thesis entitled The Selection and Integration of Information to Guide Inductive Reasoning, Rachel Gloria Stevens. To the degree of Doctor of Nursing, for a thesis entitled Trauma Teams in Action, Lisa Conlon. To the degree of Master of Philosophy, Clinical Science, for a thesis entitled The Experience of Being an Advanced Practice Nurse Within an Australian Acute Care Settings, a Systematic Review of Qualitative Evidence, Mary Ann Ramis. For the degree of Master of Clinical Science, for a thesis entitled Effectiveness of Mealtime Interventions to Improve Nutritional Intake of Adult Patients in an Acute Care Setting, a Systematic Review, Gail Whitelock. To the degree of Master of Psychology Clinical, Danielle Lee Hammond. Kirsty Michelle Moore, and Charlotte Alice Powell Stevens. To the degree of Master of Nurse Practitioner, Kate Jane McClay, Michelle Suzanne Northey, and Donna Wendy Preston. To the degree of Master of Nursing Science, Hayley Louise DeCandia, Asuman Salkaya, April Caroline Stanley Banks, and Lee Yao. To the degree of Master of Psychology Health, Miriam Henka, Lauren Grace Moulds, Melissa Louise Osborne, Vicky Pengus, Branka Radnovich, and Felicity Louise Sands. To the degree of Master of Psychology, Organisational and Human Factors, Victoria Rose Adams, Anna Elizabeth Booth, Danielle Chant, Christina Dorniak-Wall, Andrew James Grant, Ilya Poznak, Emily May Small, and Adele Ann Valadars. To the degree of Master of Science in Addiction Studies, Jennifer Ann Harland and Philip Richard Hull. To the Graduate Diploma in Addiction and Mental Health, Joanne Elizabeth Azimus, Jane Frances Drain, and Lane Alexandra Wilson. To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Acute Care Nursing, Angela Alice Blair, Miriama James, Celia Tess Kingsborough, Serena Grace Williams, and Sirirat Wijayarat. To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Anaesthetic and Recovery Nursing, Claire Burke, Jing Zhao, and Melody Audrey Raisin. To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Burns Nursing, Lisa Elizabeth Cronin. To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Cardiac Nursing, Shelley Dawes, Dolly Annie Domovich, Jenna Amy Garver, Gemma Hale, and Terry Lynn Ross. To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Community Health and Primary Care, Sharon Leslie Habib. To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Emergency Nursing, Alexandra Alplin, Elisa Candice Bates, Emma Margaret Collins, Serena Ray Harris, Catherine Louise Rodwell, Catherine Adele Spaulding, Catherine Elizabeth Waits, and Ting Zhao. To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Intensive Care Nursing, Heather Mary Burberry, Lyndall Margaret Kwiatkowski, Sarah Marjorie Madigan, Karina Matheson, Joshua David Murfitt, Chantel Crystal Odell, Claire Pentelo, Katie Rose Smith, and Ye Michelle Sue. To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Mental Health Nursing, Marissa Idong, Jacqueline Teresa Smith, Susan Marie Wardle. To To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Oncology Nursing, Carolyn Ann Rosemary McMillan, Marie Joy Oborn, and Mozi Zhu. To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Orthopaedic Nursing, Stephen Craig Wright. To the Graduate Diploma in Nursing Science, Perioperative Nursing, Wei Huan Lam. And Elvina Hu Jing Voon. To the Graduate Diploma in Psychological Sciences, Girolamo Giovanni Barbanti. Jane Therese Bolt. Diliana Shobanu. Verity Karen Mayer. And Keith James Ranson. To the honours degree of the Bachelor of Nursing, Peter Michelle King and Joanna Pukovic. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Psychology, Emily Victoria Bay, Jamie Robertson Bruce, Charlotte Lorraine Brunner, Kate Rhea Bryson, Emily Claire Hunt, Brittany Jane Keach, Sibyl Anna Kilich, Yi Ling Ko, Liu Liu, Nicole Amy Mataz, Natalie Jane May, Amanda Ellen McCallum, Nadia Claire O'Toole, Monica Mary Stokes, Carly Rose Sutherland, Daniel Alexander Sutton, Jasmine Belinda Taylor, Elise Nicole Thompson, Angela Gabrielle Vowles, Wei Keen Vong, and Kimberly Leslie Mary Wigg. To the degree of Bachelor of Nursing, Sarah Kate Altman, Kathleen Patricia Barrett, Jane Esther Bolus, Jeanette Josephine Bowden, Caitlin Veronica Bowers, Bridget Darla Brandt, Sarah Marie Cawthorne, Kelsey Jane Chaffee, Ruth Hannah Curry, Rachel Rosemary Edwards, Carolyn Rose Evans, Emily Lucinda Fleur, Hannah Elise Gershwitz, Alison Louise Goodwin, Megan Emily Granger, Sophie Louise Higgs, Nicola Claire Hub Malloy, Kayla Nicole Hughes, Nicole Anne-Marie Hutton, Elizabeth Grace Keane, Sarah Catherine Kelly, Kalia Koenig, Jessica Jane Marsh, Abby MacArthur, Andrew Peter Modgridge, Grace Eileen Mucken, Lucy Rose Muzzard, Marissa Louise O'Neill, Eloise Kate Oxenberry, Carolyn Michelle Sansford, Rochelle Smith, Rhiannon Jane Sparks, Sarah Louise Stevens, Nha Thi Thu Tran, Sky Louise West, Michelle Claire White, Ashley Louise Whitford, Kim Natasha Maria Whitaker, and Monique Pearl Wood. To the degree of Bachelor of Psychological Science, Hayden Lachlan Aitken, Amy Kerr Allen, Christina Marie Orkoon, Rihanna Faith Barry, Rebecca Leanne Black, Natalie Carlio, Amelia Rachel Castellani, Yi Hao Cheng, Tristan Ho Cheng, Nicole Mei Ying Choi, Stephanie Leah Ciccarello, Katrina Bridget Coleman, Leila de Blasio, Vicky Dimitrakopoulos, Brianna Jasmine Drew, Emily Kate Ellsworthy, Portia Louise Emerson, Amy Margaret Finlay, Georgina Louise Gladigo, Ingrid Jessica Gronowski, Wen Zi Go, Eleni Grigoraris, Ishani Dilhara Gunawadane, Caitlin Amy Haynes, Jessica Ashley Halligan, Madeline Eloise Hallion, Brianna Lee Hackendorf. Jessica Elise Hooker. Sarah Kate Hooker. Sarah Claire Hunter. Timothy Hewen. Amy Elizabeth Kane. Meryl Leslie Kent. Inhei Lee. Jajin Liu. Ivana Andrea Lucas. Elise Tess Marcola. Peter Ronald Masters. Neil Andrew McLaughlin. Charmaine Deborah Mills. Christopher Lawrence Mockford. Eliza Rose Murphy. Ella Grace Newsom. Fiona Margaret Coots O'Connor. Rhiannon Josie Osgar. Maxine Paganas. William Kenneth Pelham. Stefan Popovich. Ruben Timothy Puchek. Phoebe Rose Robertson. Stephanie Deanna Rogers. Natasha Jade Sari. Peter Brian San Diego Sauerwald. Nicola Ann Skirmer. Ellen Marie Schlobom. Jacob James Seamer. Rosabelle Samantha Singy. Peter Michael Smiley. Elizabeth Endicott Smith. Jasmine Cherie Sarantino. Victoria Satiropoulos. Tang Xin Wei. Taranjeet Kaur Thandi. Nicole Trudgeon. Lillian Teresa Valdez. Hannah Kate Wallace. Nicole Amanda Wills. Leighton James Winkler. Eugenie Ka-Yen Wong. And Yi Yang Zhang.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the mace bearer, the musicians, and all staff and student volunteers who assisted in the organisation and running of the ceremony. I invite you all to light refreshments in the Eclipse function room on level 4 of the Union Building on the lower level of the campus, and there is signage to direct you to the Union Building and also to Hub Central, where photographers, framing and other merchandise will be available. I have great pleasure in congratulating all the new graduates here today. As graduates of the University of Adelaide, you are also its alumni and ambassadors for the university. Over the years since the University of Adelaide was established, its alumni have made an enormous contribution to the community, both here and throughout the world. You have a stake in this great institution because the qualifications it has given you and your experiences while here are yours for life. Your knowledge, friendship, active participation and interest in the university's ongoing development are very important to its continuing reputation and strength. I invite you to stay in contact with us via the online community, Adelaide Online, and you'll receive login details and a membership card over the next month. I now ask the new graduates to remain seated and the audience to now stand and join me in congratulating the graduates on their achievements. Would the audience remain standing and the graduates now please stand for the academic procession followed by the VIP guests and graduates, and I now declare this congregation to be adjourned.